Howdy and welcome to Pink Cosmo Crafts. Thanks for being with us today. We are making some conversation hearts to celebrate Valentine's Day, or as some people call it, my 14-year-old at her school, the kids these days call it Happy Singles Awareness Day. I thought that was kind of funny. My kids keep telling me the best stuff lately. Anyways, I really wanted some of these and I couldn't find ones with sayings that I liked, so thought I'd make my own. Just got some paper mache hearts, or heart boxes from Dollar Tree. And these bigger wooden hearts, it's like balsa wood. They're very thin and they're not very flat, but that's okay. But I'm pretty sure I found them at Walmart for about $1. And these are the colors. You'll have to pause. I just did all pastels pretty much. The green's a little more sagey than or celery-ish than I wanted. I was kind of hoping for a mint, but they didn't have it. Just gotta make it work sometimes. So that's what we did. But that's okay, because conversation hearts always come in like funky colors. You never get the same colors, I swear. Every brand is so different. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a hot pink letters or red, but I went with red in the end. I started out just painting. I'm not a very delicate painter. As you can see, I get more on my hands than the project itself. So this is for all ages. Anyone could really pull this off. But these are so cute. I think I did 2 coats on most of these. A couple of the colors, the peach was like a really weird pearl, so I wound up doing 3 coats on that one. So if your paint's a little thin, maybe do 3 coats. Make sure you let it dry really good, especially on that paper mache, or it kind of lifts a little bit. Really fun though. Here's a fun fact. Well, I think it's a fun fact. It's probably not that exciting, but do you guys remember Necco's, the little wafers when you were kids, little pastel wafers? Apparently that is the brand that made conversation hearts originally. So thought that was kind of a cool tidbit. Something I didn't know. But I don't see those hardly anymore. I see them at like Five Below now, but you don't really see them as much as you did. When I was little, they were in every gas station. They're those little like powder dust wafers. Sound like they're cracking in your mouth. Very weird candies, but same company, I guess. Wow. So for the letters on here, I had a hard time deciding. I wound up using my big Cricut for this because I hardly ever bust this thing out and I kind of forgot to use it. I wound up doing vinyl, but I forget for so long that I put cardstock in there just to test. I didn't know what size, because you can map it out on your phone in the app, but until you actually cut it, you're not going to see the real size it becomes. So if you don't want to waste vinyl, just test it out on a piece of cardstock first. And then when you're ready, then put the vinyl in, and don't forget to switch your setting to vinyl. But I couldn't decide if I wanted to just go ahead and use contact paper and just use the stickers themselves. I wound up keeping the sticker cutouts and using the vinyl as stencils. And I'm probably gonna find another funny project to put all these stickers on. Look at this, they're so cute. But they're ready to go. I suck at contact paper. You know, getting them like evenly. So I didn't want to go that route. I honestly just thought I would just rip this vinyl off and make a nice easy stencil. Turns out it wasn't that easy. I struggled hard. My vinyl, it might be my settings, it's probably just me. I've never been good with vinyl. I don't know why I thought magically I would be all of a sudden, but I gave it a whirl, and what ended up happening was I got my cool Cricut tools out and I had to press almost every single letter like this and try to pop them out, and slowly just pulled the vinyl back. But wow, what a pain. You can also just use a regular stencil. And the other problem too is now the kids these days, with all the wood crafts, they're using vinyl as stencils. Apparently they're putting Mod Podge over the vinyl once it's stuck on, and that's supposed to seal the edges so that you don't get bleeding. But since, well, see, I was scared it was gonna peel the paint off of these, so I put it on my hand a couple times to make it not quite as sticky, which really helped peeling them off. I still had a little bit of paint My purple one had 2 little spots that lifted the paint completely, but that's because my purple wasn't all the way dry, so that was my bad. Actually, all the colors probably weren't dry all the way, but I thought by putting it on my hand that would take enough stick them off and be good. It wasn't. So maybe let them dry a little bit longer than I did. But this, oh man, I didn't realize all the A's and the D's and the O's and the P's and the R's, all these little extra triangles and circle cutouts. Oh, thank goodness for the Cricut tools. I guess you could do that with tweezers or something, but man, I hate working with vinyl, I really do. But now they take Mod Podge, they seal it off at this point, let it dry completely, and that will seal your edges so there's no bleeding. But I actually didn't mind. Mine did bleed, and I kind of love it because the way they print real conversation hearts, it always looks like the printer had issues, you know? So I think it actually came out kind of authentic to the real candy, which kind of just adds to their charm. If you're doing this wood and you're like a perfectionist, you might just want to take the extra steps to Mod Podge and all that, but I think it's kind of adds cool character, really. So I wanted that authentic stamp. And I might make some in hot pink. I think hot pink would be really cool to do too. Look at this, all these O's and the P's, and I had a hard time choosing the sayings. There was a whole list of them I made that I wanted to do. One I wish I did was be wine instead of be mine. And my husband walked in and saw them on the table when I was making them, and he saw the cute AF, and I told him, I was like, I really wanted to do be wine pretty bad, and he's like, you thought cute AF? Does that mean as? You know, like, he's not big on abbreviations and text and stuff, so he's like, I thought the F-bomb would be less, you know, more kid-friendly than be wine. I was like, yeah, I thought I'd reel it in a little bit. I thought I was being more appropriate, but oh man, y'all heard that song on the radio this morning? I was taking my kids to school, and it's that ABCDEFU song. And my youngest, who is 9 at the elementary, she goes, oh, that's that song that everybody at recess has been singing. They make dances to it. And I was like, what? It's cracking me up. Oh man. The other one I wanted to do was I put gas in your car. But that was way too many letters. I did not want to stencil that one. Oh, sassy too. I was gonna do one that said sassy because I thought that would be so cute. But I kind of just wound up going with these. I don't know. I thought these were pretty cool. You could really just go crazy with this. This cute one though, I wound up cutting it in half because I was gonna do it just a straight one line across, and I wound up cutting it in half and doing the words on top of each other. That was another problem I was struggling with. So I wanted them to look pretty close to the real thing. But, oh, here's the big reveal. Ooh, you can see it bled. But again, I'm not even mad. I actually really like that. Now, if this was a different project, my heart would have been crushed right now. But worked out just fine. I'm not upset about it. I actually really like it. And then I put them on my mantle, and it's so far away from anybody that nobody's gonna notice that. I don't know, but even if they did, I think it looks like the real ones because they're stamped a little bit like that. It works out just fine. Ooh, this painter's tape, man. I don't know why. The only one I could find was the 2-inch, and it is some strong painter's tape, so it's best off to use like the 1-inch cheap, not so strong stuff. But I grabbed what I had around because I didn't feel like digging around in the garage. I've wanted to make these for years. I'm just so happy that it finally actually happened. So we're not going to be sad about what we had to use to get here. Finally made these things. I love them. I love them. I love them. Well, let me know. I want more ideas because I might do funnier, bigger ones next year. Please write the funniest things you've ever seen on Conversation Hearts. Let's all put our best sayings below. Oh, you can see right here. This did crush my heart a little bit. This lifted 2 parts off of the paint. However, I touched them up, the end result, before I did clear coat, and you can't even tell. Also, I saw somebody that used Mod Podge with vinyl stencils. She just scraped away some of the bleeding paint, and so I thought I'd try that, and it was fine. It didn't work amazing, but it kind of helped. I don't know. On wood, if I was doing something that mattered more than this, I don't know that I'd do vinyl stencil, or maybe I would try the Mod Podge. That just looks like so much extra work to me. I don't know. I'm a little bit more abstracted minded. I'm not such a perfectionist, so I'm okay with this. But how cute. My oldest always says, "Can you not?" when her little sister's bugging her, so that one had to go on there. That one's for Portia right there. These came out so cool. I love them. I love them. Let me know what you make for Valentine's decoration. What'd you do this year? Did you find any cute decorations in the stores? I haven't even... I'm a little bummed. I haven't found anything cute in the stores that I just had to get this year. I thought Michael's would really hit it out of the park, but I didn't see anything in there that I wanted. Really, so... But there's a clear coat on there. Now they're ready for my kids to throw them around and not get scratched. Actually, for my cats to knock them off the mantle. That's more what'll happen. I appreciate if you made it to the end of this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel here. I love my YouTube family, my YouTube community. You guys are awesome, just the best. And I had to show off my latest puzzle, because we puzzle. That's our thing. Since Christmas, I'm trying to get through the whole stack of the new ones. This was the final one. I did it. Let me know if you puzzle. Anyways, I wish y'all the best Valentine's Day ever. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you around.